All right, welcome everybody. It's Josh Shanley. Excited to have you all here. I hope you're as excited as we are. And we've got some really good stuff for you today, which I will confirm for you in a minute. But first, let's take care of a couple of housekeeping items. First and foremost, let me know if you can hear me clearly and if you can see the screen. You'll see a handsome gentleman in a suit with those fancy glasses. And the title of our presentation. So just let us know if you can hear me okay, and feel free to also let us know where you are listening in from. Good. Okay. Looks like loud and clear. Good. So the second bit of housekeeping is that I would recommend highly that you have something to take notes with, be it pen and paper or a tablet or your iPhone or some other device like that, just so you can take notes on and then implement what you're going to learn on this free workshop. So have something of that manner ready, and if you need to do that right now, go do that right now. Of course, get rid of all distractions. Close down. I know we're talking about social media right now, but for now, close down all your social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Close your door. Maybe you even have to lock your office door, something like that. And just give us your undivided attention for the next 45, 50, maybe 60 minutes. And if you do that, you're going to get something, at least one little nugget that you can take and apply to help you get more business, to help you get more clients and turn them into closed transactions. And, that's why you're here. That's what we do. And so you owe it to yourself and us to do that, to get rid of distractions and provide your undivided attention. If you have questions for whatever reason, go ahead and put them in the question box. However, we'll probably save them until the end. We'll likely save all the questions until the end of the workshop. But so just know that if you put something there, and I recommend that you as you have a question, to go ahead and pop it in there. If you put something there and we don't address it right away, it's not that we're ignoring you. It's just we're going to save those until the end. Now, the topic we have for you today, the title is Do the Opposite. Everything you've been told about social media is dead wrong. Now, we're going to share with you what it is that's sort of dead wrong, but more importantly, or most importantly for all of you listening, we're going to share, and particularly Sean's going to share, what you should be doing on social media, the activities that you should do in order to get more clients, so you can make, close more deals in less time. And one of the most important things, the most powerful things that we'll be sharing is how you can outsource and automate this so that you can focus on what you're good at. Because I'm sure some of you here are already thinking, and maybe have even posted in the questions already, this whole social media stuff, it's still new to me, or I still haven't figured it out, or this or that or the other thing. Ultimately, you need to be utilizing social media to grow your business, and we're going to show you what you should be doing and how you can outsource and automate that so you can focus on what you do best, which is servicing clients and helping them with the real estate transaction and providing good service to them. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce our special guest today. It's a fellow by the name of Sean Nilsson. I can't remember. I've known Sean for 2 or 3 years now, which seems almost unfathomable that time has passed that quickly. I met Sean at a trade show. I think it was NAR's trade show, and was immediately enamored with his the ability that he had on social media to actually get business directly from social media, and was enamored with the service that he helped create. So much so that I've been using it for years now, since the day after I met him, basically. And what Sean is going to share with you is not sort of hypothetical or theoretical mumbo jumbo. It's stuff that is working to get more business for him and for hundreds and even now thousands of other real estate agents just like you who apply these strategies and who also choose to outsource and automate a lot of this that we're going to outline for you. So Sean is going to share with you some really good stuff. I recommend you settle in, have something to take notes, as I mentioned before, and give Sean your undivided attention.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Josh. Hopefully you can hear me. Can you just confirm if you got me there? I just switched audio.
Yes, we can hear you. I don't know if there's any way to make it slightly louder, but either way, pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'll do my best here to speak up. I am Sean Nilsson. I am a former real estate agent from Toronto, Canada, one of the most competitive markets in North America for real estate. And I am the co-founder of CityBlast.com and the CityBlast social media management company, which many of you will be familiar with, I believe, at this point. CityBlast is the world's largest social media management company for real estate agents. And what that means is pretty simple. I'll tell you by way of my story. So when I started out in real estate, in my very first year, from the day that I received my license, in the very first year, I was able to generate $165,000 in gross commissions and 24 deals directly off of my Facebook account. And when that was going on, my broker owner at my office approached me and said, "Hey, we would love to teach the other agents in your office what you do. Would you mind doing a seminar for everybody?" And I said, sure. My office had 450 agents in it, and about 80 of them showed up for that first seminar. And I explained to them my system in social media and what I was doing to generate leads. And a lot of people said, hey, you know what, this is awesome. But at the end, about 4 or 5 people came up to me and said, hey, really love your approach, but there's no way on earth that I want to do this myself. Would you consider doing it for me? And so I started taking on clients and managing their social media for them and doing the exact same system that I was doing for my business for them. And over time, I gave the presentation more, and more people came up to me and approached me, and I had 5, 10, 20 clients. Now I have 7,500 social media clients all across North America whose social media I manage, not directly, obviously, anymore, but with my team. And that company is called CityBlast, and we are the largest social media management company in the world for real estate agents, managing, again, around 7,500 agents, social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, all across North America. So what we're going to talk about today is based in a lot of the facts that I picked up along the way while going through that process. And I'm no longer a practicing agent. I've now moved out of Toronto, and we've set up shop in New York, and I'm focused full-time on doing social media management for real estate agents. You can imagine it got a little overwhelming with that number of clients to try to still be a practicing agent, but this still has application for you guys, and I'm going to show you exactly kind of what I did. And moreover, I'm going to show you what people are recommending that you do that is wrong. And I'm going to essentially prove to you that it's wrong because, and you got to take everything I'm going to say with a grain of salt. It's not completely wrong, but there's a proper way to do it, and I think a lot of people are misrepresenting or misunderstanding what the proper way to do it is. So we're going to talk about that, and it's all going to be backed up in fact. Just sort of dovetailing off of what Josh was mentioning there, I want to just examine, is this an opportunity or not? I mean, obviously you heard my story. It seems like there's a good opportunity here. Let's go a little further. Over 90% of home searches begin online. That's an amazing statistic. I think it was 92 or 94% the last report that came out of NAR. If 90+% of your potential clients are doing any specific thing, you may want to pay particular attention to that thing because it's a marketing opportunity waiting to happen. In this case, it means more, though. Over 90% of home searches beginning online means that over 90% of home searches are beginning without you as a real estate agent. So in the past, your Mr. and Mrs. Buyer or seller was sitting around at home, and they made the decision to buy or sell.
Everybody, just hold on a sec. I asked. Let's see here.
Check.
Okay, you're back. Sorry. So the last thing we
check. Can you hear me?
yeah, sorry, Sean. I had asked Sean I think it wasn't just me, but the phone connection was getting pretty bad. So I asked Sean to switch back, which this seems much clearer and crisper. And the last thing that we heard is you were making the point that the majority of home searches are starting without.
Yeah, so I'll try on here. If you guys are having trouble with the audio, we'll figure something out. But the point is, over 90% of home searches beginning online means over 90% of home searches are beginning without you as the real estate agent. So that the buyer or seller is no longer making a decision to buy or sell in real estate and then calling you immediately or walking into the office or sending an email even. Now they're doing their research online and they're informing themselves before they ever even bother speaking to you. And that is a massive change in the way that the market functions, but it's also a massive opportunity for real estate agents because you've got 90% plus of people who've made a decision to buy or sell your product and they haven't committed to anyone yet. So if you can get in there in that stage and hook up with those folks, you're going to generate way more business for yourself. The other statistic that combines with that to show you how effective this social media strategy can be is that people spend 3 times more time on Facebook versus any other website in the world. So if you're going to fish where there are fish, you may as well be advertising on Facebook. You've got a 3 times better chance of connecting with folks through Facebook than any other website in the world. And you know that over 90% of people are online, they're doing their research. You got to get out in front of those people. Mathematically, the best way for you to do that is to be on Facebook by leaps and bounds. Plus, 85% of consumers expect businesses to be active on social media. They expect businesses to be active on social media. This isn't the day anymore where, 10 or 15 years ago, where you would say, hey, I'm hearing about all this website stuff, and I think I need a website at this point. And hopefully you're not in the same position now with social media where you're saying, I don't know if this is a thing. Should I have social? That era has come and gone. You need to have a social media presence. It's more important than your website, far more important than your website at this point. You do need to have a website, but one thing that the website lacks is people and traffic. And so a lot of us have spent a lot of money on SEO and trying to get to the top of the search results and blogging and all this kind of thing, driving people to our website. Why set up a party down the street that sucks and try to get everybody to come to your party when you could just take your show on the road, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to LinkedIn, and show up where the party's already happening and network there and express your message there? It's so much more powerful to set up shop where the party is already happening. And that's why 85% of people expect businesses to be on social media, because they expect people to be where they are and not to make them reach out to try to find them anymore. Okay, so this is a massive opportunity. We're going to explore it today by way of talking about things that you've been told probably to do, which I call them dead wrong. They're not always wrong, but there are other things to consider, and often the opposite approach of what you've been told to do is correct. So if you want to, and I know Josh mentioned this, you probably should get a notepad out just in case there's even one idea in here that you could switch something around that you're doing to become more effective in your social media marketing. You're going to have improved your business certainly quite a bit today, and most of this stuff is built towards streamlining your business, making it easier, and generating more leads. Okay, so we're going to get ready to debunk 7 major myths and hear 7 truths. And as Josh was saying, we are in a very, very unique position, and you're in a unique position today to hear some interesting information because all of my opinions are backed by data. So you'll hear a lot of people who are so-called social media gurus who come in with their hocus pocus or their magic potion, snake oil, about what they think is going to work in social media. Well, I would defy any one of them to come and tell me that they've published 1.75 million social media posts on the topic of real estate out to real estate audiences all across North America. And we're talking about a 5.6 million person audience every single day that we are reaching, 978,000 total leads generated for our members, okay? This stuff is completely empirically based in data. We are when Real Trends or NAR or Active Rain or Inman or whomever is looking for data, they approach us for data in social media, and you can go and check out the Real Trends reports and all that kind of thing and see we're usually in there, featured in front and center position, because we have the big data on what's working, and we track the clicks, likes, comments, and shares of every single one of those 1.7 or so million posts, and we know what works, what doesn't work, what generates leads, and what annoys the crap out of people. And so this stuff is all coming to you. I'm not making this stuff up. This is stuff that we've discerned from the market by posting that many times. We have more than the combined reach of Zillow, Trulia, NAR, Airbnb, and every major real estate brand combined. So we have a really big data set to work off of, and we're going to bring you some insights that we found that are kind of contrary to what a lot of people are telling you. So sit tight, and we're going to debunk these 7 myths, or 7 half-truths, maybe. Truth 1, you should market on your personal page. So I know a lot of people are pretty passionate about this one. We're coming out of the gate with something pretty powerful here. You should market on your personal page. So what we found is that, first of all, engagement on your personal page is way higher than engagement through fan pages. We know that partly because, obviously, the ranking system that Facebook uses, many of you know this, is different for your personal page versus your business page on Facebook. Your business page gets dinged a bit in terms of engagement, simply because, you know, if you read between the lines, I think Facebook wants you to spend money promoting your posts on your business page. As far as going deeper into the philosophy, though, we prefer the idea of using your personal page because it gives it a personal touch. And what usually happens for people is they create a business page in this manner. They set up a personal page. They're using their personal page. Then they realize, oh, you know, I want to market my business, my real estate business on Facebook, so I'm going to set up a business page. And they do so. And then, how do they get people on their business page? Well, they turn around to their personal page followers and friends, and they say, hey, guys, I'm setting up a business page. Please click here and like my business page. And some people do. And guess who those people are? They're all the people who like you. They're your friends, your family, etc., who want to be supportive of you. They're not going over there because they're thinking, hey, you know what? This guy's about to hit me with the greatest feed of real estate news ever in the history of mankind. No, your feed of real estate news is almost certainly going to be worse than Home and Garden Television or NAR or any of the major sources of real estate news. Unfortunately, yours is probably not going to be as good. They're actually clicking over there basically as a favor to you. And the way they repay that favor is you bombard them with outbound marketing stuff about how great you are and how great your real estate business is. And what you're doing wrong there is you called away all the people who were going to use you as a real estate agent anyway, put them onto your business page, and then bombarded them with advertising, which they didn't need because they were going to use you anyway. And over sitting on your personal page are all of the peripheral people who might use you, and you're not marketing to them at all. And it's completely, to me, upside down and backwards the way that people have done this. And you need to be, it's not necessarily wrong to use a business page, and it's not necessarily wrong to use a personal page. I just don't think that people are addressing this problem with the use of the business page, which is that people are not using it correctly. And one of the ways to overcome that is to use inbound marketing and not outbound marketing. So a lot of people say, okay, well, how am I going to use my personal page to market to people? And the answer is you're not. You're going to inbound market to them, which means you're going to consistently and repeatedly provide great added value content that your friends, family, and followers are interested in, and you're going to keep them tuned in with great, interesting stuff rather than marketing yourself. You're actually virtually never going to be on your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn account, quote-unquote, asking for the sale. You're always going to be giving value and letting people come to you. And this approach is called inbound marketing. We're going to talk about that more. That's the exact approach that I used when I started in real estate, and it's the approach that I'm still using to this day, and it's the approach that every City Blash social media expert uses for every one of our clients all across North America. posting added value, valuable content that is going to excite, interest, engage your friends and followers, and not annoy them. Josh, did you have any notes on that?
Sorry, I had muted myself just to make sure that we didn't have any undue feedback, etc. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just spot on, and you know, you said this at the beginning, but it's not. You don't have a choice whether or not to do inbound marketing and to utilize social media anymore. Like, you have to do it in one way, shape, or form. And if you're going to do it, you might as well follow best practices. If you're going to do it, you know, I'd also recommend that you outsource and automate it as best as possible as well.
Absolutely, yeah. And this approach will work on both your pages, by the way. You don't use outbound marketing on your business page and inbound on your personal page. The point is, you should be using inbound marketing everywhere, and I would recommend that your personal page is a great opportunity that you don't want to overlook in terms of your marketing. We're going to talk more about inbound marketing, and you're going to see this whole picture kind of come together as we go along here. Truth number 2, you should post listings. Interesting. A lot of people going around saying, don't post listings, don't post listings. I think not posting listings is baloney. And the reason that I say that is because I've built my entire career virtually off of posting listings on my social media, to the point that when I was starting out in real estate, I didn't have any listings because I was new, and I used to call other more experienced agents in my office and say, hey, I saw you just listed 123 Mulberry Lane there. Can I post your listing on my wall and try to bring you a buyer? And if they didn't have a back pocket buyer that they were already going to double end that deal with, they would say, sure, go ahead, bring me a buyer. And I would post other people's listings out on my social media accounts just so I could consistently have listings on my wall. And once again, as you'll notice, is going to be a theme throughout the presentation here. There is a caveat here, and the trick is, when you're posting listings, you shouldn't be treating them like ads. You should be treating them like a little story. If you watch Home and Garden Television, as an example, half the shows on HGTV are about people going around and looking at listings. And you can imagine, if those shows are on a television network as big as HGTV, one of the biggest in the world, they've got people watching those at home. They've got butts in the seats, as they say. And this means listings are actually very compelling content, and they fit into the inbound marketing model. People want to see listings. They don't want to be necessarily sold to. They want to have a interesting adventure with a listing. And if you can treat your listings like content and take the person on a little journey or a little adventure to going and look at the listings, people love looking at listings. Here's how much people love looking at listings. City Blast, our company, generated an estimated $58 million in commissions in the past 12 months for our members. Okay? More than 70% of the leads came from listings. So we post actually 21 different categories of content for real estate agents. Everything from inspirational quotes and tips for living well, right up to market statistics, mortgage information, tips for buyers and sellers, everything, and everything in between that you could even possibly imagine a real estate agent would want on their accounts that subscribes to the inbound marketing model. And 70% of the direct leads where someone said, hey, can I please talk to you about this, came from the listings themselves. So listings are massively powerful and not to be overlooked, and it's something that you definitely want to consider keeping in or adding into your marketing mix, but you're going to treat it like a story, like something that you're trying to get people interested in. Imagine you're trying to interest the people who are not even looking for a listing, and then you'll be doing it right. Josh, how do you feel about listings?
Yeah, I mean, the point here is that can't be the only thing that you're posting, right?
Oh, God,
We're
no.
talking about it being a part of an overall strategy and doing it in such a way that it's not about, you and your listing. It's about creating a story, like you said, and attracting people. I'll use, for example, my wife. We're not really thinking about moving, but we do kick it around. You want to be able to attract those people who are, maybe half thinking about it, but not necessarily, certainly not actively working with a realtor, and maybe just very early on in the process.
Absolutely, yep. And just as an example, further to that, when we started posting, we were allowing people to, or we were allowing the social experts to post as many listings as the people requested onto their wall. So as our clients were requesting, so we would post quite a bit of listings, and then some people had none, and some people had a ton. And we started to narrow it down and find out what really worked. And to your point there, we found that about 1/3 listing content is the optimum amount. So our City Blast experts will typically, if someone wants listings, post a maximum of about 1/3 listings. So you want, as an example, article, listing, article, listing. And that's a pretty good approach if you're kind of looking for, what is that number, what's too much. Truth number 3, you should forget about LinkedIn. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. A lot of people are really, really enamored with LinkedIn. I've heard a lot of theories about why LinkedIn is great. For one, there's obviously the theory that kicks around that people who are on LinkedIn have higher earning potential and higher income, and so they have a better chance of buying more expensive real estate or buying real estate or selling, period. That may be. I've also heard, it's a business environment, so it's more acceptable to market yourself there. Well, I don't necessarily think that's true, because I don't believe in marketing in the sense that triggers that conversation in the first place, regardless, which is sort of outbound, me focused marketing. I don't believe in that in social media at all. So I think inbound marketing, where you're focused on great content that other people like, is acceptable in any social media, and frankly looks identical to what people who are not marketing themselves would post on their accounts. But the facts don't bear it out, really, in terms of the impact of the different channels. LinkedIn is by far the weakest channel that we offer. It's still more powerful than any other channel. We've done testing in all sorts of different media. We've done testing in Pinterest, we've done Instagram testing, we've done Google testing, we've done all sorts of stuff. LinkedIn is still third, but in terms of, this is how we analyze our gross impact. This is based around clicks, likes, comments, and shares, again, of the various posts to the different channels. Facebook is the king. If you want to market yourself, you should be marketing yourself on Facebook primarily. And if you're saying, I'm going to leave out Facebook and I'm just going to focus on LinkedIn because it feels better to me as a place to market yourself, you can look at this graph yourself and figure out how much effectiveness you're going to have by doing that. I would be interested to hear if anyone's had much success in just a sole, straight LinkedIn marketing business, because it's very difficult to generate leads in LinkedIn alone. So I don't mean to forget about LinkedIn. You should be on LinkedIn, and it's a great place to network, certainly. But once again, the caveat is, if you're relying specifically on LinkedIn, you're probably missing out on a massive opportunity through social. Truth number 4, you should skip the blogging also. So this one's going to hit a lot of people where it hurts. You should skip blogging. And the reason for that is pretty simple. The results that you get from curating content, meaning finding other people's content and posting it out and sharing it, and the results that you get from creating content, meaning writing the actual articles and putting them on your website and then leading people back to them, are nearly identical. And certainly you don't get more reward commensurate with the amount of time that is spent when you're creating content. So this, again, has a caveat. It doesn't mean don't create content. If you like creating content, or you are a really active voice in your market and you've built up a real reputation and all this kind of thing, don't drop everything and stop doing what you're doing. But if you're looking at it as an outside person looking in and trying to choose where to spend time wisely, and we all are very short of time, especially as real estate agents. Blogging is extremely time consuming, and the rewards are not much better than curating content. So time spent, the ideal length of a blog post is 1,600 words. It takes a long time for those of you who are writing blogs or who remember back to writing in school and all that kind of thing. 1,600 words is not a short amount of time. Effort. 90% of companies who blog multiple times a day acquired a customer through their blog during a test period on HubSpot. One customer from multiple blogs a day. You would have to be spending your whole day blogging, basically. The reality is social media has 100% higher lead to close rate than outbound marketing. Okay? And what my suggestion is that we curate content. 55% of small and medium businesses, we're about the smallest businesses there are. 55% can't produce enough custom content. 39% don't have enough time or money for blogging. Creating quality content is expensive and time-consuming and contributes to your me refrain in social media. Instead, let's do something better. Let's curate a news feed with shared content from trusted third-party sources. The second problem that's lying in the background here, which adds to the issue of time spent blogging and the fact that you don't get reward commensurate with it, is you are not a trusted source. You are a real estate agent in your market. You've got to work really hard to become an authority on your market with the people who are around you, because frankly, someone else is doing it better. There are people who are competing against you to create content who are journalists. Their job is to sit there all day long researching and posting great stories about the real estate industry in your town or city. And you're going to go head-to-head with them to create content. I just can't see, in most cases, many real estate agents winning that war. You're going ahead with Home and Garden Television, CNN, the Wall Street Journal, etc., NAR. These big companies have teams of people who are paid all day long to sit there and do this, and you're going to go and try to create blog content that rivals that. Why not just use their efforts and their content, share it out to your people, and be the source of that information and get, close to 100% of the credit and the results that are associated with it. Content marketing creates massive buzz and consistent referral traffic, as well as driving sales and leads. So market other people's content instead of your own. You don't have to stick specifically to real estate stuff. Here's the top 10 best performing posts for real estate professionals. I believe this is from the last 30 days from us, and you can see, I'm not going to go through them, but you can see they're house focused, a lot of them, but they're not like market statistics and all that kind of thing. Just feel free to share some stuff that's interesting and you think what people might like. Number one, wooden deck transforms into a swimming pool. I want to click on that right now, just looking at it on the screen. This is the type of thing you want to share because your friends and followers are also going to want to click on it. And that's the type of stuff that you want to be putting out. Josh, I know you're pretty passionate about time saving. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I mean, you illustrated the points pretty well, so I won't belabor it. But to become an authority, it just requires a massive amount of effort and time. And for most of you listening here, you're here because you just want to do more of what you love, which is working with clients. You didn't become a real estate agent to then become a professional blogger or even a professional social media marketer. You're just looking for efficient and effective ways to attract more clients to you so you can do what you love, which is servicing them. And so, it just doesn't make any sense to be doing that. So for me, this one is probably the one that it is the most sort of dead wrong. You should not be blogging personally unless that's what you want to be doing, unless that's, you didn't really
a hobby.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But not not as a critical part of your getting more of what you all want, which is why I can only assume you're here.
Yeah, I started out blogging and doing social at the same time, and I got 24 leads out of social. I'll let you guess how many I got out of blogging in my first year.
Zero.
I got zero. I had a weekly newsletter. I was creating all this great content and compiling the newsletter. It was taking me like 4 to 6 hours a week to put it all together and send it out. And I built my list of people who were on my newsletter up to about, I think, 400 or 500 over the course of that year. Did it the old-fashioned way by, getting in people's faces and asking them to be on it and all that kind of thing. And a lot of people didn't really want to be on it, but they were anyway, I'm imagining. And I got zero leads. In fact, I barely ever got anyone replying to my newsletter or anything. It just seemed like it was going into the void. I discontinued it after a year, and out of all those people, only 1 or 2 said, hey, whatever happened to the Monday morning memo, which is what I called it. And I said, stop doing it. It wasn't working. It wasn't doing anything. So I stopped. I stopped sending out the Monday morning memo, and I kept doing my social and have been had way more of the cast of Friends here.
Nice.
You should market to friends. A lot of people are worried about marketing to their friends, and this goes back to what we were talking about before. You know what I'm going to say? Inbound marketing. You guys should be marketing to your friends. Here's why. City Blast agents who use our social media managers to manage their online presence, earned an extra $8,500 on average each of the last 3 years via social media. Now, I'm sure if anybody, and City Blast, by the way, costs $60 a month. So these people are making more than 10 or 12 times their investment back. City Blast agents average an extra $8,500 a year via social media. That's probably 1 or 2 deals for most folks, helping their own friends and followers. But here's how I think about it. Would you pay Facebook $8,500 a year to have an account? That's exactly what you're doing if you're not using Facebook to market your business. And I can do way more deals than that because I've done a number of things on my Facebook. I think our average member mostly just leaves Facebook alone, and we sort of drum up a few deals a year for them off of Facebook. But if you were active in Facebook, and I don't mean active by doing work on Facebook, I just mean chatting with your friends through Facebook, or posting pictures of your dinner or your dog or your vacation or all those kinds of things, that number goes way up. And I know from testimonials of a lot of our clients and that kind of thing, there are lots of people who are doing 5, 10, and more deals a year through their Facebook who we are helping. But I mean, even let's take the case of a person who makes $8,500 a year off their Facebook. By shutting that channel down and just saying, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do Facebook. I don't want to market to my friends. You're effectively paying $8,500 a year for your Facebook account because you want to keep it just to yourself and not use it for marketing. And the trick here is to use inbound marketing, content that is of value to other people, stuff that they like, to put it in layman's terms. Post stuff that other people like, and guess what? You're not going to annoy them. And you can market to your friends and family, and you can actually become a focal point and a center of attention by posting great content. Josh, this is one of your favorite things.
Well, yeah. First off, I want to say we're getting some great comments and questions, and please keep them coming because it's going to make for an awesome Q&A portion of the call. But yeah, here's the thing. Like, I'm a person who believes in something called minimum effective dose. How can I get the greatest results from the least amount of time and effort and money? And so all of this ties into that. How can we get you more clients with less effort and time spent and money spent on your part? And I've never heard you explain it like this, but when you do, it gives new perspective to what you're missing out on, potentially, or what you're losing by not utilizing Facebook to the degree that you could be for your business.
Yeah, and I variously, these are tracked off of leads that come directly through City Blast, but also this doesn't account for leads that come to people straight onto their Facebook chat and that kind of thing. Hey, I just saw you post that listing, wondering if we can go check that out. We don't even track that, so this number is almost certainly higher, which makes it even worse, really. You're giving up thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every year by not marketing yourself on Facebook. You have to be on Facebook marketing yourself, and you have to be on Facebook marketing yourself. So don't be afraid to get out there, let people know that you're a real estate agent, but do it in a way that's not annoying to people, and you're going to reap a lot of that reward. We talked about this one quite a bit. Truth number 6, you should not talk about you. So a lot of people would say, you know, that set up your fan page and have at it and start marketing and getting yourself some business, and in reality you should never talk about yourself. So I'm going to make it, some of you have heard me give this analogy before. Social media is like a social event, and it should be treated that way. You should act as you would at a party where you want everyone to like you. And this is a really good way to remember this. Let's imagine that we're walking into a party, and the first time I'm going to be the me guy who's focused on marketing myself. And the second time, I'm going to use inbound marketing strategy and focus on added value content and content that other people would be interested in, to not annoy. And this is the second approach, is the approach that I use, and the approach you definitely should use, and the approach that all of our City Blast experts use with every single post that they create. And you'll see, if you imagine social media to be like a social event, you are going to unlock massive potential out of your social media without annoying anybody. So here's the first person walking into a party, and of course the party is Facebook, but I'm walking into a cocktail party. I walk up to the first person I see and I say, hey there, nice to meet you. I'm Sean Nilsson. I'm the #1 agent in Toronto. I just sold 4 listings last month. 2 of them were over asking price. If you want the best negotiator, you should call me. Here's my card. It has my email and my phone number on there, so feel free to get in touch. Anyway, nice to meet you. Bye. And I walk over to the next person and I do the same thing, and I walk over to the next person and I do the same thing. And you would be
I'm
wearing
picturing the reaction of the people at the party, but then think about, it's the same thing on social media. They'll have the same reaction on social media. You just don't get to see their face or see their reaction.
Yeah, exactly. You're annoying. You're being annoying if you do that, and you don't want to do it. No, none of the Fortune 500 companies, everyone's got this figured out. We're small business owners, so we can't be on top of every single thing, but I'm here to tell you, this has been figured out. Don't do that. What you should do instead is the approach that City Blast experts use and that I use, and that anybody who knows what they're doing in social media uses, which is inbound marketing. And I'll show you what that looks like walking into the same room. So I walk into the same cocktail party, and I walk up to the first person and I say, hey there, Sean Nilsson, nice to meet you. Hey, did you see that article that came out in Toronto Life about the top 10 fastest appreciating neighborhoods in the city? You'll never guess what #1 was. And that person's going to go, oh, cool, what was it? And then you're going to tell them, hey, it was actually Leaside. It went up like 8% last year. Weird, right? Yeah, I would have never expected that. Yeah, they have lots of great stuff in there. I saw this other thing about the top 10 renovations you can do under $1,000 to gain the most ROI on your home. Oh, yeah? Yeah, it was weird. #1 was to change your kitchen backsplash. Oh, cool. Guess what? You're having a conversation now with somebody who actually has a hope in heck of being interested in talking about what you're talking about, and you're framing it in an interesting way, and you are interesting. you're not annoying. You're actually interesting to that other person, and they're talking to you about, guess what? Real estate, the topic on which you are an authority expert. And this is how, at the party, and at the party that is Facebook, you become that person who has a little circle of people around them gabbing with them about some topic, and you see that person sort of controlling the crowd in terms of a small group, and they're expounding on some area on which they're an expert. This is how you become that person in social media. You curate a feed of great content that other people are interested in that's on the subject matter you choose. So this is the strategy of inbound marketing, and this is how you should be using social media. Inbound marketing is the golden key that's going to unlock social for you, earning the attention of prospects and drawing customers to your website by producing content customers value. But, as we've talked about before, it's not perfect. One criticism of inbound marketing is the time and effort required to create content. So, that leads us to truth number 7. You should outsource your social media. And this one is interesting because Josh and I have been saying this for years now. Since I can remember, Josh has been saying this. I've been saying it for years. And just now, we're kind of getting our sort of last laugh, because if you see a lot of social media experts who've been going around talking about doing it yourself and all this kind of thing, and read what they're saying now. Everyone's coming around and realizing real estate agents and small business owners don't have time to do social. You didn't build your own website, and you're not going to be doing your blogging, hopefully, and this is just another thing that you shouldn't be doing. You're not doing your own, graphic designing your own flyers and then walking them around to everyone's door either. There are too many things going on. You're the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker, and realistically, unless you just love doing social media and it's like your thing, and you wake up every morning and you're like, yes, I can't wait to get on Facebook and do all of my social stuff, you should be outsourcing it. It is something that, first of all, someone else can almost certainly do better than you can, and get you more leads and more benefit out of it. Certainly, for most of us, me included, someone else can probably do it more consistently than you can, because this doesn't happen overnight. You need to do this day in and day out for a long period of time to build up the leads and the trust factor and become a curated source of information and all that great stuff. It doesn't just happen by doing it once. You need to do it over and over and over again. And you have better things to do. Someone else could not come in and close a negotiation better than you could, or be belly to belly with your clients, shaking hands and making friends and all that kind of thing. You are the face of the company and need to be doing those things. And these other marketing opportunities are things where you should be outsourcing. And this is certainly an area where I've got a grin on my face, because I see a lot of the top experts now saying the exact same thing that I've been saying for years, which is this is just another area for outsourcing. There's a lot of voodoo that people ascribe to how Facebook and social media marketing works, and I've always seen it as kind of being junk, and now the data and the experts and all that kind of thing are backing that up. Experts recommend spending an hour per day Facebook marketing. Obviously, you don't have an hour a day. And spending an hour a day on your Facebook marketing should be something you only do if you really love it. Once again, as Josh was saying, it kind of falls into the hobby zone. Josh, I know you're champing at the bit to say something, because this is what you're passionate about here.
Even if you do like it, you have to think about. So, for example, City Blast, and you're about to have an opportunity to get a 20% discount on City Blast. So I know Sean mentioned it's $60 a month, but you can get a discount, and we'll share with you how in just a minute, and you can actually get a bigger discount by the payment plan that you choose. But if you factor that, okay, let's take the full price of $60. That's $2 a day, right? That's what it comes down to. $2 a day, and it'll save you an hour a day. Even if you like doing it, you're in business. That is a poor business decision to do work that you can outsource and have it be as or more effective, even if you're really good at this stuff, for $2. So if you're saying your time is worth $2 an hour, you should be focused on hourly work that's $200 or $2,000 an hour type work, not $2 an hour type work.
Absolutely. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do some Q&A, and we can go over to my Facebook as well and look at some examples of what inbound marketing looks like and some stuff about how you should do it. This is just a couple of quotes on the screen about outsourcing, and it's kind of showing you what I was saying. The experts in the industry are now talking about having social media managers like it was something that they had thought of all along, and certainly some of them had, but it's now like very in vogue to recommend that your social media be outsourced, and obviously we love that. We've been saying it all along, and we're the beneficiaries of that philosophy, but it's just funny because this sort of myth has been persisting for a number of years, and it's great to see that people are kind of coming around on that. Obviously, City Blast, my company, solves that problem for the real estate industry. We are sort of the figureheads of that movement. We're the largest social media management company in the world for real estate agents. We've, as I said, done close to 1.8 million individual Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn status updates. We reach about 5.6 million people a day. There's the, I know Josh is also typing in the promo code. Promo code Reticulous, or the link that Josh gave you. I just want to let you know, we are doing, because we love Josh so much and Ryan, we are doing a 20% lifetime discount if you sign up for City Blast today. We'd love to have you come and try it. It's a 2-week free trial. So we are going to start managing your social media for 2 weeks for free. Plus, we'll give you a 30-minute onboarding appointment where even if you don't have a Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, or you're worried your Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn sucks, we're going to get on the phone with you for 30 minutes and help you get it all ramped up to speed. Then we're going to manage your account for 2 weeks for you for free, just so you can check it out. Plus, after the 2 weeks, it's a 20% lifetime discount, taking it down to $48 a month. There is no subscription fee, no cancellation fee. It's month to month, no hidden charges. You just pay the $48 a month, and we will manage your social media for you and keep you busy, keep you looking busy, professional, up to date, and generating leads through your social media. So let's go onto my Facebook, and maybe we can start doing some Q&A and kind of talk about what all this stuff looks like.
Yeah, a couple things. A couple people are already asking if, because we have mortgage professionals on here. You can check in the chat as well. That's mortgagemingler.com. Mortgagemingler.com. You can use the same promo code and get the same offer. It's exactly the same. The only difference is it's mortgage focused. But everything that Sean just shared is the applicable just the same. It's the exact same service, just mortgage focused. For the mortgage professionals on there. A couple of shout outs already to those of you who are action takers and have already started your trial. Cynthia Morris and Jeffrey Jones and Rob Thiessen. Congrats to all of you. And if you're looking for the link to get started, you can find it in the chat, or you can see it up on the screen there. It's cityblast.com/reticulous, or again, if you're a mortgage pro, mortgagemingler.com. Mortgage for Canada, Andy, absolutely. We have lots of Canadian clients. Anyway, let's check out Sean's Facebook page, and then we've got some great comments and questions, and so we'll get to those as well. Just everybody hang tight. We'll try to address all of them.
Sure. Do you want to hit me with a few questions there, Josh?
Yeah. So let's see. I've got a partner. We're a team. I must run it through. So what if I can't sign up today? Well, you have the discount link. So I'm not gonna say some hocus pocus or whatever that, like, if you don't sign up by midnight tonight, it'll disappear forever. You're here on it, so you've gotten the promo code, right? We don't publicly promote that. We share that with people on live webinars. So you have the link to get started. If you have to run it past someone, I totally understand. The one thing I would say is it's a free 14-day trial. Like, if it were me, I would sign up and then show them, and then say, if you don't agree, we can cancel it. But ultimately, that's your call. But there's absolutely 1,000% no risk here. You get a free trial, you get a massive discount, you get the onboarding call. Like, this is absolutely no lose scenario.
Yep. Absolutely. You can see here on my wall as well, these are some examples of the types of inbound marketing that I use. This is my personal page. This is not my business page. And you'll notice my City Blast expert posts stuff to me about real estate, but also on other topics kind of related to the city or related to real estate. And they're all just the types of things that people would share even if they weren't marketing themselves. So it's just great content that you want to focus on that's sort of got a real estate spin. So here's some real estate stuff. You're a real estate investor or would like to become one, it's more than likely that you'll walk through many properties. Do you have a property inspection toolkit? And that's been shared on my wall by my social media expert at City Blast, and it goes through to a trusted source here, as you can see, Bigger Pockets blog, and it's a great article about what to have in your home inspection toolkit. So my expert shared that out on my wall for people to see. Here's me writing that I had landed in Chicago. This is 10 of New York City's most surprising wine lists. This was posted by my expert. My focus now is on New York City. I don't practice, but I keep, obviously, my social media up to speed to demonstrate how City Blast works. Are you currently seeking a new home? How many bedrooms is your minimum for making a house purchase? Leave a comment below, and you can see a bunch of people got involved and started writing things. Here's me at a concert. That's my own post. What New York City menus looked like 100 years ago. This one's an inspirational quote posted by my social media expert. And you can see on and on here how this works. Accent a room with colorful trim. Habitat for Humanity. These do great. If some of you saw that slide about how well charitable stuff does. Habitat for Humanity gives mom and son new life. And my friends and followers can click through and read that. It's great. I'm helping out Habitat for Humanity, helping spread the word, and people love a good feel-good story, so they can check it out, and that's on Fox New York News. And I'll show you actually how it kind of works. I saw there were a few questions coming in on the topic of, like, okay, how specifically does City Blast work? I'll just really quickly show you. It's very simple. It's just like meeting with a social media marketing assistant that you go and hire locally in your city. You tell us what types of content you want. So I've got all these types turned on, and you can choose whatever types you want. I've got inspirational quotes, beautiful homes and gardens, architecture and design. You saw the Habitat for Humanity. Let's turn on Easter seals. Top 10 lists, polls and quizzes. Listings. This is where I said I love listings, so I put listings on mine. And you choose all your content types. Beyond that, you're going to choose, I just updated my settings there, success. So you choose your content types. You can also choose any market, any geographical market, and we will focus our social media management on your market. So let's say I was in Orlando. I could just choose Orlando. Boom. And now I'd be all set. Let's say I wanted to just focus on Manhattan and not all of New York. Boom. I can just choose Manhattan, and so on. You can choose any market you like, and we will source and post articles, videos, listings, and information for that market. You choose how often you want your social media expert to post to you, and once you've set it, you forget it. We do your Facebook fan page or business page, your Twitter, and your LinkedIn, all included for you. And it's that easy. And as I said, and as Josh was mentioning, we're doing a 2-week free trial, so if you want to go to the site and check us out, you've got your 20% lifetime discount and your 2-week free trial. We'd love to get you rocking and rolling and show you what we can do. There's absolutely no obligation, no contract, no hidden fee, no cancellation, subscription fee, nothing. So definitely check us out. Sorry,
Lots
back
of
over
great
here.
questions and comments, and a bunch of
Yep.
you are already taking action, and so you are to be commended for that. Folks like
Yeah, I
Suzanne
can see over here a
Martin,
bunch of people have signed up. So
yeah, Suzanne
great stuff,
Martin
guys.
and
Awesome.
Sandra Johnson and Tucker Mullen, bunch already, and more coming in. So some common questions that that I'm seeing come up over and over again. Do you post the same things to all agents? If we have other agents in the same town, how can my content be different? And that's a great question. And
It's all different. So you have a real human social media manager working on your behalf, choosing and posting your content out to you. There's no duplication of your content. Now, if some great article comes out, like for instance, if you're in a small town and it says like, the local newspaper publishes an article and the article says, hey, now's the greatest time ever to invest in small town USA, your town, it's possible that you're a social media expert and someone else is in your market would source the same article and post it out to you. But it's not like duplicated content. They just have happened to source the same thing and post it out. And moreover, that could very easily happen if you were managing your own social media. You both would probably choose that same article and post it out. So from time to time, that could occur, but certainly you have a social media manager who's looking after your account and posting you individualized content just for you based around all of your settings, which are certainly also different than other people's. You're going to set your thing up to be in your tone of voice and your style. Some people don't want the latest throw cushion colors for fall, and like, have you considered painting your house mauve? Whereas other people don't want anything
mauve?
about. Yes.
not mauve. Sorry.
Yes. Whereas, other people won't want investment advice and market statistics and stuff like that because that's not their style. So you choose your style, and your content is going to be differentiated just right from the beginning anyway, because it's going to be in your specific style and the vibe that you want for your business. So,
and a lot of people asking, the content where applicable is localized. Okay.
Yes.
With a lot of people asking about that. So, for example, somebody said, I'm in California, am I going to get New York specific real estate content? No. There is some that is national, and then there's some that is regional, and then how narrow does it get, Sean?
We can go right down to the neighborhood. So, in big cities, people will choose just a neighborhood. If we can, we'll source stuff for the neighborhood. If there's nothing for the neighborhood, we go to the city. If there's nothing for the city, we go to the county. If there's nothing for the county, we go to the region, then we go to the state, etc. So we're trying to be as focused as possible. It just depends on how much content's available for your market. If you're in a smaller market, we'll post as much as we can, local stuff, and then we'll put in between some regional stuff or some stuff about the county market or what have you. So certainly it's different for different markets, but you can choose any market you want anywhere in the United States or Canada, including Hawaii and Alaska. We have lots of clients. So just set your market up one time, and we will do our best to source localized, hyper-localized content for your market.
So somebody asked about to sign up for the trial, you have to authorize City Blast to have access to your Facebook, but all you're doing is allowing the posting. So there was
we don't have access to your Facebook.
Yeah,
all you're doing is authorizing us to post. We have a whole admin portal built on our side where our experts work out of. We have our own software, and we post from there. We do not have the ability to log into your Facebook, look at your Facebook, nothing. You simply authorize our ability to post, and we work from our side to create the posts and put them out onto your account. We never have access to your private information. We can't get into your Facebook. We don't have your passwords, nothing like that. So you're simply authorizing us to post.
The sign-up link, we're getting a lot of people asking for the sign-up link again. It's cityblast.com city-blast.com/Reticulous. The link is also in the chat. I know Reticulous isn't easy to spell, but it's in the chat. I've been also chatting it directly to a lot of folks. Also, if you use the promo code RETECH, RETECH, even if you don't go to the /Reticulous page, where I love the little Reticulous plus City Blast equals a heart. But even if you don't go directly to that, you can still get the promo. And I know a couple people already mentioned I signed up, but I didn't use the promo code. It looks like I'm at the full price. Just email or call, and we'll take care of it. Don't worry about that. You're going to get the promo one way, shape, or form.
Yep. You can email us even with any questions. We're standing by right now. People are answering the phone as we speak, so give us a call, 1-888-712-7888. It's on the website right here. We answer the phone 9 to 5, Monday to Friday in the Eastern time zone, and you can also email us, info at cityblast.com. If you simply just email us or call us and mention you were on the webinar, we will update your pricing even if you didn't put in the promo code or use the Reticulous link or anything. We're on the honor system, so just shoot us a quick email, info at cityblast.com. Or if you have questions about your Facebook, etc., you can call us or email us and set up a time for a 30-minute appointment with us where we will help you with your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn accounts absolutely free. We are here to help, so feel free to call us or email us.
This is a great question. We're getting some questions about the listings, and so one, and we can expand on this too, is do you post other agents' listings on our page, and also are we engaging with them, or do you do that?
Yeah, so if you have listings selected, you are going to receive other agents' listings posted onto your Facebook.
But before you freak out, this is a good thing. Don't freak out. Just let Sean finish.
Yeah, so when you select to have listings on, even when you don't have a listing, we are going to be able to keep you updated with that listing content, and we'll do it around the optimum amount of time. We do a bit of testing on your account, etc., but around 1/3 of the time you can expect to have listings come out if you choose. If you don't want listings, just don't turn listings on. It's that easy. But listings are where a lot of the leads come from. And so check this out. Here's a listing on my wall. This is from when I was focusing on the Toronto market. And my friends and followers can see this listing, and you see people writing about the listing on my wall. Watch this, though. When my friends or followers click through onto this listing, it's going to go through to the listing page here where they can view, the property information, pictures, and all that kind of thing. But we always feature you in the top section of the page here, and your button is featured here. So the leads always go back to you when you feature the property on your wall. Now,
even if it's not your listing.
Even if it's not your listing. So this isn't my listing, but because the user, in this case, when we were looking at it, clicked off of my wall, I'm the one featured up here. Now, we have a compliance section for those of you who are wondering. There's a compliance section down here. We talk about the broker of record and their address and contact information. But really, we want to feature you up here because you've shared the listing out. So now you get access to all this great listing content. They're not even your listings, and we're going to use them to generate you leads. And we have, City Blast has multiple patents pending on this technology, and this is very, very exciting for a lot of the biggest industry players seeing us do this. This is a revolution that's making big waves and may be how the industry sort of shifts in general. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but suffice it to say, this is in my opinion, better way to do this. You don't have to call around and get permission to advertise people's listings anymore. City Blast has done it for you. And if you want your listing to be one of the featured listings that goes out onto the accounts of all the other agents across your city, you can simply submit it to City Blast's social experts, and we'll do that for you as well. We'll post your listing out to everyone else in your city, and you can get a massive marketing boost by submitting your listing in to be a featured listing. And I'll show you what that looks like here with a couple that I did. Imagine you submitted your listing in, everyone in your neighborhood or in your city shared it, and you got 125,000 newsfeed impressions and over 1,000 clicks to view a listing of yours. 63,566. These numbers happen because I've shared this listing out onto the accounts of 10 or 20 or 30 other agents all across my market. And when you're a City Blast member, that's included with your membership. You can market your listings on the walls of all the other connected agents throughout your city. So it's truly cooperative. You're marketing using their accounts, and they are posting your listing on their wall because they want to be the recipient of the leads from their friends and followers when they share your listing.
But somebody's yelling, "I love it," with like 8 exclamation points. It seems like, Sean, I don't know if you can tell anybody in the office, something's up with Mortgage Mingler. It's not loading quite right. I don't know if it's a bunch of people hitting it or something, but we got several folks saying that Mortgage Mingler is having trouble loading.
Oh,
just keep.
I've got it up right now.
Yeah,
Maybe
just keep
try
trying.
it.
I can't get it on my computer, but just keep trying. Obviously,
Okay.
it's working some places. I don't know how that would be even possible some places and not others, but just keep trying. Or you can call the number 1. You're still going to have to you still have to sign in through Mortgage Mingler because that's how you create your account, by logging in with your Facebook account, which, by the way, that answers somebody else's question. They asked about, creating a password. You don't create a password. You just log in with your Facebook account. So there is no, you don't choose that. It's already sort of done. But one way, shape, or form, we'll get Mortgage Mingler sorted out for everybody. Let's see here. Mark, that's a separate conversation, Mark, and I'm happy to send you more info. But we had a couple people asking about doing Facebook ads and sort of direct marketing on Facebook, which is kind of what we teach at Reticulous. But it's 2 very distinctly different approaches to marketing, and when you combine the 2, that's when you can get dramatic, like exponential results. So we teach using Facebook's ad platform as a direct marketing platform, which is very different than inbound marketing. I believe you should be doing both, and the nice thing is with City Blast, to do inbound marketing, you literally just sign up for a trial, create your account, choose what kind of content you want and how often you want to post it, and you're good. Now, another question was, do they interact? And the answer is no, because part of it being, that would be like, so that would be like Sean's party example, where you say something interesting and the person responds, and then all of a sudden you disappear and some other person appears there and tries to answer in your personality, in your voice. And so
yeah, it's much easier. It's much easier to share the content and to like create the first sort of incentive for the other person to talk to you than it is to carry on a conversation. Like we're not going to jump in and try to sell properties on your behalf either. We're just keeping the conversation going, and then you jump in and handle the leads. And when people are chatting back to you, make no mistake about it, those are leads. These are leads when people are replying to you and all that kind of thing about real estate topics. So you definitely want to jump in there and chat with those folks. And when you get leads, you do handle them yourself, and we let you kind of roll with it from there.
More good questions. We have somebody who is a mortgage broker and a licensed realtor. You can sign up with one or both. You can't like toggle back and forth, but you can use both. You could sign up for, and I realize it's kind of self-serving, but you can get the discount on both, and then you could set City Blast to post 3 times a week and Mortgage Mingler to post 3 times a week. But there's just it's just not possible to have like one account and toggle back and forth between City Blast and Mortgage Mingler. So you either have to pick one, or you can do both. You can link it up with both accounts. Does this go on our personal and business pages, or do we choose one?
We do all 4 for you, and it's all included. There's no extra cost. We do your personal, your business page, your Twitter, and your LinkedIn, and you can see right here. These are all included. You just switch them on. This is my personal Facebook, my Facebook business page, my Twitter, and my LinkedIn. all of them included with your $48 a month with your discount. No extra cost for any of that. No extra cost for putting your listings out. No extra cost if you want to post more or less often. You can go up to a maximum of once a day. We'll post on your behalf. It's all included.
You all have some great questions. How does the engagement work? I'm not sure what you mean, Mark, but City Blast is going to post content that is curated and has been found through best practices to have high engagement, to be interesting and engaging by nature. And then once you start getting engagement, that's when you'll step in. When you get people commenting and so forth, that's when you step in. Or what'll start happening is you'll get notifications of when a listing gets posted on your page of, so-and-so wants to, more information about this property, and then you can call them. Also, any leads that you get as a result of City Blast or Mortgage Mingler, they are akin to sign calls. They're as good or better than a person calling on a sign you have in front of a listing. I just say that for a point of reference for everybody, because it's not the same as a cold lead on the internet. It's very different. And so you're not necessarily going to get, loads and loads of leads every week or every month. But the ones you do get are akin to sign calls or akin to very, very warm referrals. And, when you looked at it, Sean, I think had the statistic that it was nearly 1 million leads generated through City Blast. And that's only what they can track. There's lots of business and deals and leads that have been generated that there's no way, it's just impossible to actually track. It's over 1 million. Look at that. Real-time data, over 1 million. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah. This stuff's all real time from the database.
Mark, is there a place where you can see what listings will be posted to the wall? No, you don't. So if you put your listing, that's the only way you have direct control. Otherwise, it'll be other listings that agents in your market are posting. So you can't directly control those. But if you don't want that, you can just turn it off. When City Blast posts to the 4 accounts, are they duplicated across the accounts or are they unique? They're duplicated, Tina, and that's honestly best practice. It would not make any sense if you were doing your own social media to post like 4 different things. Like if you found something good, if you had something good to share on social media, you would share it everywhere. You wouldn't it wouldn't make any sense to do that. So yeah. Tekla? I think it's Tekla. Go ahead and sign up for the trial, Tekla, and take advantage of the 30-minute call. Take advantage of the 30-minute call, and they'll get you going. Do the leads go to your website? No, they go into your City Blast back office. And they're also, I think you're sent an email notification when a lead comes in.
Yep. Or we give them your phone number. You provide a phone number. It can be your office number if you want. But when the person clicks the lead button there that you saw, or contact Sean, they can choose to phone as well.
Somebody asked what's the difference between City Blast and Mortgage Mingler. The difference is the content. Mortgage Mingler is more mortgage content. There's some overlapping content, of course, because there's some overlap in the two things, and we work together very closely. But the basic premise is the same, but the meaningful specifics are slightly different. So the types of content that you can choose and the actual content that's being posted is what varies a little bit. So bunch of shout outs here: Charity Crosby, Carolyn Maycock, Maria Mead, Jason Bunch, Timothy Gregg, Renee Bolche, I hope I'm saying that right. Art, I'm just going to say Art. I don't think I can pronounce your last. Kachizi, maybe I said that right, actually. Kachizi. Leanne Carswell, welcome to City Blast. You guys are you're going to be stoked. This is going to be awesome. Now, here's one thing I'm going to say. This is not some magic pill or magic easy button, right? Well, it sort of is an easy button when it comes to doing inbound marketing the correct way. But if you're expecting to close 5 deals next month because you signed up for City Blast, you need to come in with a different sort of expectation. This is work and marketing that you need to be doing for the long term in your business, even if you don't immediately see a transaction from it. Because I'm sure Sean would also indicate that when Sean shared his story of the number of deals he did directly from Facebook in his first 12 months, I would venture to guess there was a little bit of a ramping period, meaning, the deals sort of started slow and then were ratcheting up because for several reasons. One, real estate sales is a long transaction cycle, right? A. And B, particularly if you're not currently doing this kind of marketing consistently, by doing it over time, you're going to build a bigger audience. You're going to get more people paying attention to your post. Your edge rank will improve and stuff, and you don't need to know what edge rank is. My point with this is, look, this is a small investment for marketing that you need to be doing on a regular basis for your business. So what the viewpoint I have on this is you sign up and you let City Blast do its work. And after 6 months or 9 months or 12 months, that's when you can look back and say, holy smokes, I've gotten now 2, 3, 4, 6 transactions directly and indirectly from the inbound marketing that my City Blast social marketing professionals are doing on my behalf.
Yeah, there's something else you should note. It does boil down to leads, but you're also blowing a ton of leads by not having social media. And I'm going to show you what that means. I just Googled myself. All I did was simply put myself into Google. This is what comes up. Now, every time you meet somebody who's a potential client and you give them a business card, guess what they're going to do when they get home? They're going to Google you. And I just Googled myself. My Facebook comes up ahead of my real estate website. And you can see also my LinkedIn and my Twitter and my YouTube and all these things are in the top results here. If you don't have any results, first of all, your presence is going to suck. But equally as bad, you have a Facebook and the person goes and there hasn't been an update. And it's funny, this actually just was posted by one of my social media experts while we were on the call, because I just refreshed the page and it's up an hour ago when I was sitting here talking to you guys. So there's verification I'm not posting these myself. But if they go to your page and nothing's been updated, you look like you're out to lunch. You don't want to be like these guys, XYZ Realty here. I found these guys before. Imagine you XYZ people give out their card. You click on them and the person goes to their page and it's like, looks like a bare cupboard here. Okay, they joined in 2012. They haven't updated anything. They have 13 likes, and this is your social media presence. You look like you're completely out to lunch for the 85% of people who expect a business to have a social media presence. You are out to lunch. If you either don't have a social media presence when the person Googles you, or you have a poor presence that hasn't been updated in ages, you look like you're inconsistent or out to lunch and you don't know what's going on. And so think about all the business that you're missing out on by reflecting poorly, by not keeping up to speed. Not only are you actively going to get leads by doing well in social, you're going to have all the leads that you wouldn't have lost by looking like you're poorer in terms of your internet knowledge, your marketing, your ability to keep your business up to date than other agents that you're competing against.
Good stuff. Mark, you'd have to email. We wouldn't have a way to check that right now. Mark, just I can tell you're interested. Just try it out. You get a free 14-day trial. This is no hocus pocus. There's no trickery. Just try it out. Try it out. Sign up, and then also put in one of your listings so you see how it posts listings. I mean, Sean showed an example of how it posts, but stick in one of your listings, or if you don't have any, find somebody in your office and just do it as a test. I mean, just check it out. There's zero risk for any of you here. There's absolutely zero. There's several hundred of you on. There's zero reason that all of you shouldn't at least try this. I mean, if you're here, okay, you're a real estate professional or mortgage professional, and you already understand the fact that you need to be using social media to get more business. We've showed you how to do that. Just try it. Just try it. If nothing else, try it so you can see what they're doing. And if you can't afford the $48, which I hope is not the case for any of you, but I understand it's possible that it's the case, then just start doing what Sean told you on this webinar and what you see the City Blast and Mortgage Mingler social media marketing professionals doing for you, and just mimic it. But gosh, I mean, for $48 a month, what's that? $1.50, $1.60 a day, for work that is high leverage work. There's just no question. So yes, you will get an email notification on leads. Somebody asked. Yes, you get notified. Do we know the time and date when posts are done on my Facebook account? The times and dates.
It changes because we're always analyzing engagement on your page, so we get an engagement score back for every piece of content that we post, and your social media expert is adjusting and improving your post times and all that kind of thing as you go along. So we're always trying to improve it, and we're testing and improving. So it'll be at different times all the time, but we're working to make it as good as possible for you. And if you're going to do it yourself, once again, it's extremely challenging to do this as well as we will be doing it for you, but you should be trying to do the same thing yourself. Try doing the afternoon, try the morning, try a different time in the afternoon, try a different day, all this kind of stuff. Try different calls to action, question marks, and all that kind of thing, and try to keep track of what's working so that you can consistently improve. That's what we're doing on your behalf when we're managing it for you.
Here's an analogy that I've never shared on here because I never thought of it this way before, but I think this should click for a lot of you. And just sidebar before I get to the analogy, Mortgage Mingler site seems to be up and working just fine now. For those of you who are trying to sign up for Mortgage Mingler, mortgagemingler.com, it seems to be working just fine now. Go ahead and create your account. Use RETEC as the promo code to get the 20% off there as well. Think about it this way. For sale by owners, do we not all agree that they are better served? They will make more money. There's actually data proving that a for sale by owner will net more money by hiring a professional, to sell their house. The same applies here. You are not a professional social media marketer. At least most of you aren't who are listening here. Maybe a few of you are. I don't know. But most of you are not. That's why you're here. So doesn't it make sense to hire that out to do some? I would also, it's akin also to, I don't believe any of you should be managing transactions. Certainly none of you are doing, title work and that kind of stuff. You hire a professional person to do that part of the business. It's the same here, okay? You need to be hiring a professional to do this part of your business so you can focus on what you do best, which is helping and servicing clients. How many posts do you post to our wall? Mark, you set the amount. You can set it up to once a day. So it can be once a week, or up to 7 times a week, and anywhere 1 to 7 times a week, and you can set that up. You control that from your back office. What's your opinion? Should you put your business fan page on all advertising or your personal page? I'm assuming you're talking about advertising and marketing, like maybe property flyers and things like that. I'm assuming that's what we're talking about there. In that case, that's a good question. I think you could probably do, Sean, what's your thoughts? Like on your business card is probably like a good example of what they're talking about.
What's the question? I didn't understand the question.
If they should be putting, like on a business card, would you put your personal profile link or your fan page link?
First of all, I'd treat my fan page and my business page identically. I would have the same sorts of stuff on there. I'd be given a nice mix of personal and business content. And if that was the case, I would probably put my business page on my card, just because they're going to get the same great content feed. You're going to get less engagement from those people, but if you promote your posts, you can certainly get more from them as well. And I guess since I met them in a business environment, I would put them into my business page. Although I'm not really sure. See, I don't even have a business page because I am so fixated on the concept of using my personal page. I'm just trying to think if I did, and I was thinking outside the box. I think it probably is just whatever you like better. For me, I just put everybody onto my personal page, so I wouldn't be debating this.
Yeah. Would Facebook terminate my personal account if I post too much about my business? Maria, well, I don't know if you're meaning if City Blast would do that, but here's the thing. The whole point behind City Blast is they're using social media in the way that it's intended to be used. Now, will it post an occasional listing? Yes, but they're also doing it in a fashion that is not, it's not, hey, look, it's me, Maria, I just listed this house, please call me at this number if you want to buy or sell real estate. You're using social media in the means that it's meant to be used. And so I understand the concern, and certainly anything is possible because Facebook is Facebook and we don't control it. But I would say the likelihood of that happening, unless you are personally doing the content and it's all what obviously I was exaggerating a little bit for effect, but if it was all along those lines where it's like, hey, me, look at, call me to buy or sell real estate over and over and over and that kind of stuff, unless it's that, you're not really, it's not something that I would even think about. It wouldn't even sort of cross my mind.
Yeah, we've posted close to 1.8 million times and never had a problem. If you look at the wall here, all the content is this exact same type of stuff people just share in general, and that's what Facebook wants. They want cool, engaging stuff that your friends are going to like and talk about and click on and enjoy, and that's the type of stuff that we post. It's not me. We're not trying to sell off your wall. We are posting great added value content that's of interest to other people.
Yep. So there's still questions about like what can I choose? You can have them post to your personal Facebook profile, one business page or fan page, same thing, your Twitter account, and your LinkedIn account, or any combination of those four. So you can have it all four, your personal profile and Twitter, whatever, and you can change that whenever you want. So it's just a setting in your dashboard that you can toggle as you see fit. Really easy. Christopher Collins, Tangy? Tangy? I don't think it's Tangy, but that would be cool. I'm sorry, I'm butchering names. I also got the right pronunciation for Mr. Cassis, I think was what Cassis. It wasn't, anyway. I'm getting a little loopy. We've been going for a while. Let's see here. Is the other agent listing the only way you get leads for us? No, your listings and through the engagement. So, Sean, you didn't really mention this, but talk about the part of what you were doing when you first got started that you can't really quantify, meaning what would happen when you were out walking or out at the grocery store and things like that.
Yeah, if you have a great presence, when you get out into the real world, it amplifies your presence. Like, if you have a few hundred people or whatever it is, when you're out in the world, people will come up to you and go, hey, I've been following all your stuff on Facebook. It's really great. I saw that thing you posted about the top 10 wine lists in the city or whatever. And it gives you what's called top-of-mind awareness. And that's the experience of that you're getting when that happens. So when I started doing it, after about the first 30 days, people would come up to me in the street and go, hey, man, great posts. I love all your stuff. I didn't even know you were a real estate agent, but I'm going to use you when the time comes, and shake my hand and everything. And I hadn't done anything yet. They were congratulating me on the success of my business sometimes. And, like, I had been doing it for 30 days and had done, like, one lease deal or something like that. So it translates more than just it's like I'm saying, the hard leads are one thing and they're great, and the average member of ours gets 10 times back their investment every year in deals just through the hard leads. But there's also the fact of having a professional online presence, staying in front of people thinking about you. When the time comes, they just pick up the phone and call you because you're on their mind all the time. And there's an intangible element to that, but it's very real and extremely powerful.
I don't think I said this. I think I was thinking about saying it and we got off topic. But think about it this way also. There are lots of ways that you can use this service to demonstrate value to a potential seller. And here's what I mean. Sean was showing some statistics of the reach some of the listings, his personal listings, got. Now, it's been a while since he posted in here, and we can all understand, Sean explained why. But including this as something that, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here's another thing that I am going to do for you. I'm going to leverage a concept called inbound marketing to get massive additional exposure to your property. For example, the last listing that I used, or I posted using this service that you'll get benefit from just by being one of my clients, it was seen by 75,712 people. And the number that's on the screen there. So there's another intangible benefit to what you're getting access to that you can use in other ways to demonstrate value, particularly in a listing presentation type setting. So there's lots of intangible value, like Sean said, on top of the the hard leads that you're going to get. Signed up. What's the next step? Carolyn, the next step is just to check out the dashboard and, adjust any settings that you might want adjusted as far as how many times you want posted and the type of content you want posted, etc. And then let them go to work for you, right? And that's the whole point here, is that you can continue working on what you do best while City Blast is doing what they do best. And you heard Sean say this several times. There is a sort of a warming period as well, where there's all kinds of stuff going on in the background as far as collecting data on when is optimal to post for you and so forth. So your results in a perfect world should only get better over time the longer you are a user of the service. The testimonial mark is just you can leave a testimonial there. But there are, you can see all manner of testimonials and success stories on the front page of cityblast.com. And there's testimonials from people. We've got lots of people on the call still who've been users for a while, who have nothing but kind words and good things to say. So here's the deal. I have I'm losing my voice, and I didn't even Sean did more of the talking. And we're going on like an hour and 45 minutes. We're approaching. So here's what I would recommend that you do. And many of you have already done this. So many of you have already taken a trial, and kudos to you who have. If you haven't already done that, for goodness sakes, just check it out. It's a free 14-day trial. There's no tomfoolery here. There's no sleight of hand, right? You can check it out. If you're not happy, you can cancel. Sean also mentioned you can get a free 30-minute onboarding call, which is, that's amazing. That is awesome. And you can get 20% lifetime discount. And one of the things Sean didn't even mention is the price has gone up. The price hasn't always the price hasn't always been $60 a month. But even if it changes, you've got that 20% lifetime discount as long as you have your account. So pretty cool stuff there. Now, if you have a question that is just keeping you from just trying it out, and for whatever reason we missed it because there was a lot of comments, we had a lot of people on, go ahead and email me or just email Sean. info@cityblast.com is the best one?
Yep.
info@cityblast.com.
Yep. The phone number's on the website as well, 888-712-7888.
A couple last shout-outs. Shout-outs to Juanita Simpkins, Gene Thrasher, and Deborah Rios-Wiseman on taking action and starting your trial, right? What are you guys waiting for? Go ahead and do it. I know. I can see from the numbers a good majority, a good many of you have already signed up, but what are you waiting for? If you haven't, go do that right now. Take advantage of the 20% off. Either way, right? If for some strange reason you don't sign up for the trial right now, at least apply what Sean shared with you. Sean spent 45, 50 minutes sharing with you very powerful and important information for you and for your business. We believe wholeheartedly that you should outsource this so you can automate it, so you can focus on what you do best. But at a minimum, please apply what you learned here today, even if you don't start your trial right now, which obviously we would recommend that you do at cityblast.com/Reticulous. Sean, I appreciate you and your time today and sharing your knowledge with everybody. Do you have any final words for everybody?
Yeah, no, same as yours, man. Take action. Everything that I told you today is based in data. Try it out. Try everything that I've talked about. And also, if you're not going to stay consistent and do all this stuff on a daily basis, the opportunity is just too massive. You're missing out on tens of thousands of dollars if you're not doing this right and if you're not doing it consistently. Try us out. Give us 2 weeks to earn your business. Get us switched on and let us manage it for you so you don't have to do it yourself anymore. We will make sure that you always have a professional online presence and you can completely forget about worrying about whether your leads are coming in through Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're going to get you the leads. We're going to keep you looking professional. When people Google you, you're going to look great. And you'll have this entire part of your business taken care of for you.
Beautiful. Appreciate it, man. Go ahead and sign up for your trial right now, folks, and we'll look forward to having you on the next workshop.
Thanks again, Josh.